Hey embroidery friends, I thought I'd take a minute and show you my craft room. So let's take a look. So this is the entrance to my craft room. Unfortunately, it shares a wall with hubby's very large TV, very large loud TV, but that's okay. So let's go into the craft room. This is my happy place. So the outside is a big common area with lots of glare, but we finally put in blinds. But before that, we put up a couple of my quilts. So this is my very first ever quilt, Hello Sunshine, and it goes nicely there across the window. And by the way, dog bed. All right, so over here, another dog bed. We have 2 boxer dogs. And my other quilt, this is Broomhilda that I did last year. Love this one. And then we come to the wall of fabrics and my cow. I live in Idaho now, so I got a cow. It's a Highland, Scottish Highland cattle. Anyway, so fabrics. So I have them organized by color, except for this is all Kimberbell fabrics. And then all of these are specialty, like specific fabrics. But you can see all my Kimberbell goodies up here. So a lot of people ask me how I get the fabrics straight and how do I fold them. And I literally just, when I first started, I cut a box, 5x5 box, and I used that as my guide of how I wanted it to be. I do not have anything inside of my fabrics. I don't. When I first started, I used one just to get an idea of the size that I wanted, but then I took them out. I don't ever keep it. I've never kept anything in my fabrics. If you have a bunch, they will stay up by themselves. So I'm using, I don't know if you can see this, but these are very narrow media bins, like for DVDs. And so it fits my collection of fabrics really well. I don't buy big bolts of fabric because I do a lot of appliques. So I really just need small bits. And the ones that I don't have enough of, I use a jar of buttons to hold up. So here, in fact, is that little 5x5 guide that I made. And I literally just did that in the beginning so that I knew what size would fit well in my bins. And nothing is inside of the fabrics. So that works for me. I love my little fabric wall. It's very organized. And then all of my Kimberbell CDs and such. So then we come to vinyl and leather. So like glitter vinyls and then leathers. I have lots of the Kimberbell fun stuff. So these are little bins that are, oh my gosh, so wonderful. I don't think they sell them anymore, but if they do, I will add a link. And then I've got my ribbons. And when I first started, I made this little guide of all the different variegated threads so that I could see at a glance what would work for me. And then I have these that are all the different colors of felt that I like so that I know what I use. But now Kimberbell has their own. So this side, like I said, that side is vinyls and thread and leathers, and this side is all felt. I have a good collection of felt. I also keep a spreadsheet of the threads that I have and what I need to order. Obsessively organized, yes. All right, and then this is all of my what are they called? The soft ones, fleece Fleece is the word. Fleece in my craft room. And then lots of ribbons for those fun projects and embellishments. And then we go to all of the Kimberbell Bella boxes, which I have not nearly completed at all. And then I have Minkies. These are all Minkies, and also knit fabrics for making dolls. And then my big pile of stuffing, more Minky, the kind that really is messy. And then I keep a little bin of extra fusible stabilizer so that I can grab them for those small pieces, and then my tearaway stabilizer that I use often, my gnome Kimberbell item that I just love. That was such a fun class. And then various mug rugs, pull them out for the season, and the Kimberbell booklets. And then this is all just supplies, buttons and pins and extra towels and different supplies for various projects. And then my little $100 sewing machine. If you've heard this story, I made that Hello Sunshine quilt before knowing how to ever sew anything. And I bought a little $100 sewing machine to learn how to sew. And that gave out before I could finish my sewing, before I could finish my quilt. But then this is all UFOs, projects to work on, things that I want to make as time permits. So when that little sewing machine gave out, I saved my pennies and went for the brother financing, and I bought my dream machine that I love. Oh my gosh, because this one does embroidery and it does sewing. The biggest hoop is 9.5 by 14, so I can do everything on this machine, and I'm so happy with it. All right, so then various supplies. These are threads that I still need to order. The supplies that I use often. Have you seen this Kimberbell tin? It's new. It's so cute. I love it. And of course the Kimberbell tape from the Bella box. And then these are the threads that I'm going to use for Candy Corn Quilt Shop until my thread kit arrives. And then have you seen these? So a lot of people are using these dry erase bins to hold their fabrics for the upcoming project. And what I did is I'm doing them by the day. So I have everything that I need for that day. That's how I'm doing mine. And they're all on this nice little bin so far. I've only done like 13 so far, 13 days, but getting there. And then the thread wall. I love thread. Thread makes it fun. So all of the Kimberbell kits, and then these bins are made by Floriani. They hold 15 in one drawer and then 15 in the next drawer, and they keep it so that your thread is organized and also so that no dust collects on them. I really like them. I'll add a link of them. And then I keep all my hoops down here and my stabilizer in the and various thread like sewing threads, and then different things for projects that I make for the kids. And then my big pile of, or my big, what do you call it, bolt of stabilizer. Kimberbell has their own stabilizers now. I have not tried them yet, but I'm sure they're awesome. And then where I make all the videos, so, or where I edit the videos. So my little computer and my little Kimberbell pins and various stuff. So this is my work area. It's usually much messier. And then more projects to do. This is my pile of things that I want to work on, including this big one of all these Kimberbell fun things. And I have this bin. I think it's so great. I'll try and find it on Amazon and add a link. It's for all the various little pieces that, you know how you need little pieces for appliques. So I keep a bin for each color. Clean it out every now and then. And it just makes it so that I'm not quite as wasteful of fabric, and can have it all organized. So this bin thing works really well for me. I enjoy that. And then my headphones, because remember, hubby's TV is on the back of my wall. I have my own little TV. And another cow, a little cow obsessed now. And then in here, so all these zippers and all my Kimberbell zippers, and a it's not a scan and cut, a silhouette cameo that I used a lot when I first started applique, and now I just cut. I like just cutting. But in here is all more things to make. So various sweaters and hats to stitch on and things to get busy on. And then the center here. So this is my older machine. When I went to buy my dream machine, they were going to give me very little money for it, not what it was worth. And so I decided to keep it, and it's so great. So now I have a second station. So when friends come over to do embroidery with me, or my niece, they don't have to bring a machine. They're all set right here. So that works really well. So if you have a machine that is not worth a lot, keep it if you've got the room for it. All right, so these tables are from, I don't know if I can turn that. That'll mess up the video. These tables are from Target, and oh my gosh, I love them. So they have it so that you can, it's in 3 different sections, so you can drop down the section and then make it larger when you're going to do a quilt or something big or need extra room. And they weren't that expensive. They're pretty good. I really like these tables, so I'll add a link to that too. So for this table, I keep all my current projects that I'm working on. And then I also see that underneath that table, that tiny little mini ironing pad. That's what I use. I just put it up on this table, and I use that to iron my fabrics. It's small, but it doesn't take up much room. And then my cutting area and all of my orange pop rulers and regular rulers, and then extra supplies. And then my video station for making tutorials. And that's about it. So that's Cristin's craft room. It's lots of fun stuff. It's not a super large room, but it is definitely big enough for the job. It works well. My play area. I used to have my craft room upstairs, and that was heaven, because then it was all to myself and I didn't have to worry about hubby's loud TV or anything, any noises. So now I have to plan my tutorials around hubby's schedule, and you guys have been very understanding when I can't get one done. But this is the craft room. This is fun. By the way, this is those dry erase packets. You get like 30 of them in a pack. So, and like I said, I haven't finished cutting all of my fabrics yet for a candy corn quilt, but I'm getting there. So this is my area. Thought you might enjoy seeing it. Maybe share a video of yours. I'd love to see it.